Hey everyone! So today we're going to be doing some fun things that you can do with your horse when you're starting to feel a little bored, or maybe your horse is starting to feel a little bored. So hopefully these are things you can do that are going to make things fun and exciting. And before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And our question for this week is, what is your most favorite thing to do with your horse? Leave your answer in the comments down below. So changing up your riding routine can keep your horse interested in work and what you're asking them to do. So just like humans, horses can get bored. So if your horse is bored, they may not perform as well, or they may start to act out because they're getting tired of the same routine. So there are a few ways to tell if your horse is bored. Usually a bored horse may be slow to respond, and they may just be lagging about, dragging their feet. A bored horse may also be really grumpy. They don't like to do what you're asking them, and they just want to change. Another really clear indicator that I've seen a lot is that the horse may not want to go into the arena or go where you usually work them. This is a sign that the horse is getting sick of this, and they're getting sick of going to the same place and doing the same thing. So now that we've talked about how to tell whether or not your horse is bored, I'm going to show you some fun things that I do with my horse to change up the routine. So I choose these specific exercises because they engage the horse's mind in a different way than they're used to. So if I can tell my horse is getting a little bored, one thing that I love to do is set up an obstacle course. So obstacle courses challenge your horse in a great number of ways, usually because there's numerous obstacles that they have to go through, and it just makes them think through each obstacle. So our first obstacle is designed for horses that may not feel so comfortable in tight spaces. So if you have a horse that has difficulty getting on the trailer or maybe going through a narrow gate, this obstacle will be great for teaching them how to get used to those tight spaces. So if you're uncomfortable doing any of these obstacles on your horse, you can always start out on the ground, and then you can get on your horse and do them from on your horse. Here we go. I'm going to make sure I'm looking up. Good boy. Oh, Tucky's scared of this one. So this is another obstacle that's great for horses that may be a little claustrophobic. So we're going to have to duck under this pole here. So this is another one that may help if your horse has difficulty getting on the trailer. They're probably scared of the trailer because they see that it's a short, tight box they have to step into. So if you can get them used to going through an obstacle like this, then it'll be easier for them to accept the trailer. This is also another great obstacle for if you're going to go on the trails and maybe duck under some low-hanging branches. I just want to make sure my horse is going to be okay with this and they're not going to freak out. So standing here looking at this, it seems a lot shorter than it feels when I'm just standing on the ground. So we're going to try this and see how Tucker does. I better duck in advance. Oh, good pony. You handled that so well. Good boy. So our next obstacle is great for horses that maybe lack confidence when it comes to going over scary jumps or going over obstacles they're not familiar with. So not only with this obstacle is the horse going through a narrow passage, but they're also going to have to step up and over the poles. What is this? Oh, good boy. That was awkward. So this next obstacle is great for working on moving your horse's shoulders. So I want to be able to move my horse's shoulders side to side without having them step forward. So when I have a narrow pathway like this with a turn in it, this is the perfect opportunity for me to work on this. Alright, so here at this turn, what I can do, I can stop him if I'm a little unsure. Then I'm going to use this rein and this leg to get him to move his front leg so he doesn't go over the pole. There you go. Good boy. So I'm gonna go my other way here. And I can use my outside leg, outside rein. All right, so we finished our obstacle course. My next fun activity is pole work or grid work. So pole work is when you put poles on the ground for your horse to go over, and you can put them so far apart so that the horse has to get the striding to the pole. So not only is it a great mental exercise, but it's also great exercise for your horse. It makes them engage their muscles and build muscle tone that they need. Good boy. So another fun activity you can do is try a new riding sport. So what I'm going to try today, I'm going to do some Western games. So I'm going to try barrel racing and maybe speed barrel. I don't have barrels, but I have little jump blocks that I'm going to use for my barrels. So we'll see how I do. And to all my Western followers out there, I apologize in advance in case I completely botch this. Not only did that look horrible, but that didn't feel too good as well. Although that was super fun. I can see how people like to do that. I just couldn't get the lead changes between the barrels to get around them fast. So what I'm gonna do, I think this is a Western thing, speed barrel. So instead of going around the 3 barrels, you go down, go around the 1 and come back. So I'm totally considering my next riding career move to be barrel racing. So maybe I'll see some of you out there. What is this? So another fun thing you can do with your horse is work on desensitizing. So I'm going to start by desensitizing on the ground. And the reason I do this is because I don't want to get in the saddle and take my scary object and suddenly my horse is freaking out. So by doing it on the ground first, I give the horse an opportunity to get comfortable with the object before I get on them. So I'm just going to take a moment to get Tucker used to my bag here. You want to see this? And make sure he's comfortable with it all around him, which he is. All right, so I think it's time to get on now. And before I start moving, I'm just going to wave my bag just standing here, see if there's any area that he's really uncomfortable with. So if you want to train your horse to carry a flag, this is a great way to start with just a bag on your crop. So now I'm just getting him used to moving with the scary object going around him. Good boy. And I can touch him. Good boy. So doing this with a bag is good because it gets the horse used to the noise of the bag and the breeze. So when you go to carry a flag, it'll kind of be the same situation. Another thing you can do with this particular desensitization is that I can put my crop down to the ground and drag my bag. And this is a great way to start teaching your horse to drag things. If you were to be on them, it gets them used to an object right here following them, and it can also get them used to like something bumping on their side back here. So I'll just have him walk, and I can drag my thing beside him. Good boy. Oh, you're a little scared. Come on. Good boy. So if you're sick of riding in the arena, or maybe you notice your horse is getting a little ring sour, one great thing you can do is take your horse out on a trail ride. This just allows your horse to ride in a new area, and that will instantly engage them and make things interesting. So if you got any new ideas from this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, we have an entire video about things to do with your horse when you can't ride. So we'll put the link in the description down there. Stay tuned for more weekly horse videos.